Hey there, Flosstube. It's Annie. I am back with another weekly update to Flosstube number 22. For those who do not know me, I am Annie, the Joy-Filled Stitcher here on Flosstube as well as on Instagram. And this is my 22nd weekly update. And today is Friday, October the 11th, 2019. And I want to welcome everybody back who is returning. If you are a new subscriber, a few of you are new. I think you kind of have found me through different people have shouted me out. I did a special edition yesterday where I shared some beautiful silks. So if you have not taken a chance to watch that video and appreciate all that there is about Missus Sedas Silks, check out the description box. I will link that video below. And so yes, welcome back. If you are a returning subscriber, a returning viewer, I appreciate you hanging out with me for another Friday evening. I have some new lighting, and one thing I've noticed is that I have to keep my head like here, because if I go like this, then I have square eyes, and that gets a little creepy. So, note to self, when you invest in lighting, you might want to invest in some anti-glare glasses, because Mama can't see without the glasses. So anywho, let's do a quick update as to what went on this week. Fall is here. Monday we had our first little tiny taste of fallish weather. It was awesome, and then we got back up to like 100 yesterday, close to 100. I think it was 96. And then by last night, midnight, it was like 46 with 20 mile per hour winds and some thunderstorms. So we literally had a swing of about 35 degrees in one day. Welcome to Texas, where if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes or wait a half a day. So I'm excited about that. It makes me want to cook some chili or some taco soup. Makes me want to pull out all my comfy clothes. I have my, I cannot turn on the heat yet. I can't, because it's going to be 80 by next week. It's going to be 80 by the weekend. By the end of the weekend. I can't turn on the heat. So I am sitting in my stitchy space in my bedroom with a blanket on me. Yep, sure am. Because it's chilly in my house, but I am not turning on the heat. Now, I might cave and turn it on tonight. We'll see, because it's going to get down into like the 40s. The wind has been a whipping today. It's done a number on my hair, so I apologize. By the way, new lighting means my hair's on full blatant display of just how bad it is today. No shame in my game. I am what I am, and that is sometimes crazy hair. True story. So I have a jam-packed episode today. I have whips, I have finishes, including three FFOs. What? 3 FFOs, finishes, Stitchy Kindness, stash, tons and tons of whips, which include some new starts that I've started within the last week, as well as some plans coming up, what I have going on this weekend and the week ahead. So, let's start out with this fact. My birthday is Sunday. Woo woo. As of 12:33 a.m. on October the 13th, I will be 39 years old. 39's the new 29, which is the new 19, right? No. I don't feel any different. I don't feel like any older. It's every year my grandmother would call me on the phone and be like, so do you feel any older? And I'm like, no, I really don't. I think our aging is gradual. And so it's not like a shock to the system when you wake up on the next birthday morning. So no real big plans other than I plan to sit and stitch on my birthday and not be bothered. Monday we have the day off of school and work, which means all my tasks of Sunday can be pushed to Monday, which means woohoo, I don't have to feel obligated to do nothing. I might, because that's mom, being a wife, being a productive human. We shall see. So, on Sunday, though, I will encourage you yet again to please stitch along with me on my birthday. I have created a hashtag joy-filled birthday Sal. And the only thing I'm saying is stitch on something that brings you joy. I've seen some folks that are going to plan some pretty awesome either starts or like working on their favorite project, and I've been enabled. Although one enablement, I don't know if that's a word. It is now. One enablement came from Raquel herself, Missus Sedas, who has finally finished kitting up a gorgeous chatelaine. I'm not enabled by that, other than the fabric is beautiful, the flosses are beautiful, the whole concept is beautiful, but dude, that's above my stitchy pay grade. True story. So I have some cool silks to show in collaboration with Stash Acquiring Mints. So, hashtag joy-filled birthday Sal. Please stitch along with me on Sunday at some point. Hashtag it, post it. I want to see all your projects. I want to see what brings you joy. And with that, let's get moving with, I think we're going to talk Stitchy Kindness. This is the first time I've gotten to share Stitchy Kindness. Now, I will say, Raquel and sending me Hoity Toity, which is part of what I'm going to show, was the ultimate Stitchy Kindness. I will continue to promote her product because I love working with it. One of my finishes is with some of her silks, and her customer service is top notch. Her shipping speed is lightning fast. I have said before that her silks arrived on the wings of angels, is what it felt like. And again, I have no problem shouting, screaming, promoting a product of a person who is a genuinely fantastic human being. So there's no shame in that. Just be prepared. It's gonna happen. But I received some other Stitchy Kindness. One of my viewers and frequent commenters on my Flosstubes, as well as on my Instagram, Kathy is her name, and she's from Ohio. And Kathy is a phenomenal human being as well. She, when I kind of started mentioning my birthday, she shared with me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that her husband's birthday is on the 13th. So she is going to be stitching along with me on a cute little project. But she sent me a birthday present. How cool is that? And so she sent me this super cute little card. It's going to go up here on my board. And it has this precious note in it and these beautiful butterflies with the it looks like cherry blossoms. And so that's going to go up on my board. But she crafted me something. She was a big fan of my pouches, and I shared with her a video tutorial I had seen. She made and sent me 2 precious pouches. So this one, I already know what's going in it. I haven't had a chance to move it over, but this is Ooh La La, I Love Paris. I think I'm going to move Quakers in France into this one, because Quakers in France is just in a Amazon zippy bag. No, it needs its own fancy schmancy Kathy pouch. It's a Kathy pouch. So this is a Kathy pouch, and it's super cute. And then I am obsessed. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a Tula. I love Tulas. And this is so cute and so sweet. And I love this, and it's turquoise and orchid, and awesome. So this is another Kathy pouch. So I don't know exactly what's moving into this yet. I'm thinking about what's coming up with some starts and things. I don't know what's going to move into this yet, but something's going to move into it this week. And so next week, hopefully I'll have a project to share that will have moved into this. Let me think about what is next week. I don't know off the top of my head what could go in here, but something will. And it'll be awesome. And look at how cute this interior fabric is. So cute, like mid-century turquoise. I didn't even notice, look. It's like gradient. Oh my goodness, girl. And she said they aren't perfect. I'm sorry, these are professional quality. Like, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Maybe get yourself an Etsy shop. Oh, speaking of, the Etsy shop is a-comin'. I have officially one pattern. One pattern. And I'm going to share that with my finishes here in just a second. I have created a logo. I am Joy Filled Stitches. And I'm going to be on Etsy. And it will be all digital download patterns. For now, I don't have the capability to be doing printed patterns yet. That will come at some point. And so I have one pattern and I have two more that I designed today that I'm going to start model stitching. I'm excited. These are things that I want to stitch on. They're ideas that have been around in my head. I have ordered myself an artist design notebook off of Amazon that I'm going to keep my stitchy thoughts and stitchy designs in until I can put them in my charting software. And so I'm super excited to share those two new projects. And there will be more. I've got some other ideas mulling around in my head. I know one of them was inspired by Missus Sedas Silk. Oh my gosh, I'm a broken record, but I'm a broken record for good things. And specifically, it's her peacock silk, which I am going to be placing an order for because I had this idea. And I'm going to be using that peacock silk and I think darling. Can't tell you what. You have to stay tuned. Stay tuned. It's coming. Coming. So, Joy Filled Stitches. But you can still find it attached to me on Instagram. So let's talk about FFOs. So I had one stitchy finish that I then FFO'd. And then I had two. Okay, so I watched a fantastic... I'm still catching up on my Flosstube. Watched a fantastic video by Michelle Bendy Stitchy where she sat down with lollipop stitches and did like a mega D-stash. Like mega whip down. That's what she called it, a whip down. And I was inspired because I have some projects that like I feel like I need to complete, but it feels like I'm just not in love with them anymore. So I went through and I, a while back, had gone, done. Like, they don't bring me joy. I'm not going to stitch on things that don't bring me joy. There's so many amazing patterns and designs out there. There's so many things floating around in my head. I don't need to stitch on things that don't bring me joy. So that all kind of went. I salvaged the fabric that I could. I salvaged the flosses that I could. That was not very many projects. Then I went through and had a secondary category, which is what could I finish quickly, or what could I modify and make a smaller finish out of immediately. So the two that I finished that I did as small finishes, one of them is a Ship's Manor pattern called Bluebirds. And I had this much stitched and I turned it into a little pincushion pillow. So I hacked it and I sewed it. And it has a patchy booty covering where I stuffed it. But I think I'm going to find a cute little like bluebird button. I think I'm going to go on Just Another Button Company and see if I can find a bluebird button to sew on there. So there's a finish, an FFO finish, and I think it's super cute. I love bluebirds. So I have a bird cage, this fanciful bird cage, and some neat little motifs. And I think it turned out super cute. What do we think? Give it a thumbs up. So there's an FFO. Then, another one that I went ahead and just was like, done. And this is funky. This is stretch. But I had this beautiful pattern from Punochka. I don't know if I'm saying that right. From Etsy. Snowflakes and buttons. And I hacked it into a triangle. And made it into a wonky pin keep. A wonky pillow. A wonky, I don't know what. But I'm thinking, you know, I have a cute little tiered tray that I do on my dining room table for holidays. And how cute will this be to stuff into a mug or something like this way? Because this corner's wonky. Stick in there somehow and you've got some beautiful stitchiness. And this was on a hand-dyed fabric by me. I couldn't abandon it because I thought it was so pretty. And I loved it. And then on the back, I did a felt patch and then a felt heart. And I was using some of my felt applique skills in stitching this on the back. So those are my two little FFOs that the stitching was already completed. I just like, I'm done. Finished it. Now, my FFO that was a finished stitch FFO that I saw through to fruition, that was living in this Tula pouch that I crafted. Stitched entirely in the insanely beautiful Missus Sedas popcorn, which I have one whole nother skein of. Yeah, which is coming here in just a minute, folks. Stay tuned to the end. I hit 300 subscribers, which means, guess what? We doing a giveaway. Stay tuned, because it's coming. Coming for you. So this pouch is going to get repurposed into another project or something else. I don't know that yet. So I did just a simple hoop finish on this. So it's I know the plans I have for you. This is stitched on a 14 count Silk Weavers Ada in mint, entirely in Missus Sedas popcorn silk, charted by me. And I put I'm not sure if this bow is going to stay. I haven't decided that yet. This is an 8-inch hoop I found at the Goodwill. And it's got kind of a varnish on it. And so I haven't decided. I think it's just going to stay. I think it's going to stay brown. I think it's going to stay this rusticy hoop because it has a story. So, beautiful. This is the pattern that is coming to my shop. It is already put into pattern form. I needed a finished photo to put on the cover, and it will be up shortly. And I will share links to that. And I have sent already an advanced copy to my friend, my stitchy friend, that sent me those pouches. And so she is going to be stitching this up in the popcorn colorway as well. So, awesome, right? Yay for 3 finishes. October's already like whooping everybody else's booties. Whooping. Excuse the crinkliness real quick. I need to adjust something momentarily. Hold, please. It's all about the trickery. It's the sneakiness that's happening off screen. Sneakiness off screen. So, what shall we do next? Shall we do stash or shall we do the massive, like I busted out of my, I have a basket that I collect things in during the week to, so that I have everything handy for my video. I am busted out of this basket this week with whips. Oops. Oh good, everything stayed in. Oi! Oi with the poodles already. I'm currently in the throes of binge watching back through Gilmore Girls, and they just had that episode where they said oi is such a great word. So is poodles. So oi with the poodles already. All right, I say we go with whips. So over the weekend, I set about to finish my September temp stitch. This lives in my Rainbow Drops pouch. So currently, September is caught up. Whoops. Which got me to here. I had one really random cool day hanging out there. As you can see, I still continue to leave A, C, and V blank because that is part of my signature when I finish the piece. This is on an 18 count white opalescent Ada. And this is a free pattern by at Hetty Ruckert. And she is on Instagram, but she has a blog. And she shared this. She's from the Netherlands. And she shared this, and I loved it. And I will be excited to have this one finished at the end of the year. I love it, but it feels like I'm ready for it to be done. But I'm about to get maybe into some cooler colors, which will be fun. The stitching of the incessant reds and oranges about killed me. Because I was like, yep, it's hot. Yep, it's hot. Oops, still hot. Still way too hot. October's going to still bring me some reds and oranges, but I'm hopeful for more yellows. We need more yellows. Okay. Also over the weekend, I spent some time in my Miss Cottontail Miss Cottontail's Excellent Finishing School. This is a current stitch along by Tempting Tangles. We have just yesterday received part 4. I have part 3 stitched. I am very proud of myself that I am staying current on this. So this is through part 3. You can see there's going to be a chicky booty, and this is where part 4 is going to pick up. And this is on a 16 count Mystic Fabrics Ada in kind of a light gray bluish hue. And so I'm loving this one. And like I said, part 4 just came out yesterday. So this is on my agenda for this weekend, is to get the corner finished. Then we go to the next row. So that'll be exciting. Let me toss that over there. So now let's chat about homework. So I am currently involved in 3 Stitchy Challenge groups. So 2 of them have weekly challenges. The first being School of Magical Stitches and Literature. It's a Facebook group. The second is the fairly new, within the last couple of months, Enchanted Stitching Challenges. And I'm loving that one. I'm doing about 50 stitches in each project this month. I kind of settled into the night level of stitches, so that's where I shall continue. And then School of Magical Stitches, we had a bunch of tasks this week. So I'm going to chat about one project overlapped both. So I will share that. It also was another finish. It was not an FFO, but it was a finish. So this week we had to, it was all about apparating and how many parts you apparated into. And so we apparated into 4 parts. So we had to split our 1,000 stitch requirement between 4 projects. So I picked 4 projects. I had a project I put 100 stitches in, one I put 200, a 300, and a 400 to make 1,000. And I think my math is correct. And the project that overlapped, because in Enchanted Stitching, we are doing Nightmare Before Christmas. And so our first prompt this week for that was about, there were trees in the forest. I've never seen the movie, so I had to Google that. There are holiday trees, and which holiday tree would I have picked? I would pick Christmas. So for that, I did Country Cottage Needleworks Angels. This lives in a pouch that I crafted yet again. And this was a finish. Now, this project included some angels. This garland and the angels. And you know what? This was one of those, when I did my whip down, that I decided I can be good with just the words and turn it into an ornament, because the reason why I picked this to begin with was the words, because it is one of my most favorite Christmas hymns. And so this is a finish, not an FFO, because I am going to do an ornament finish, and that takes me, you know, some time to get the supplies and things. So it is Angels We Have Heard on High. And so it's the letters. This is all in DMC. And it's done. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a flat, do this as a flat finish. I haven't decided exactly, but I know that I think that it may be possibly, I would like some like red and white gingham or something fabric. Maybe with some green trim. And I think that would be cute. This was on an 18 count that I dyed. And it was one of my testy pieces, so it's kind of small. So that's another finish. So I feel really proud of myself for that. Now, that one counted for 2. Now back to Magical Stitches. My second project that I put 200 stitches in, and in theory I actually put 281 because I wanted a color completed, is the Blue Flower Spring Acorns. This is on a piece of 16 count Picture This Plus in Heartland. I'm trying to figure out which is up. This is up. And I am 1 color away from the interior star being completed. I put in all of the gold for this task, and that's the color I wanted to complete. There is 1 more color in each section of the star, and then I get to start doing the motifs, which includes squirrels. Oh, look, a squirrel. So I'm going to get to put some unique little motifs. This one is half finished, I would say. Maybe even a little more than half finished. And this one lives, and I'm going to find another squirrel pouch for the squirrel project when I'm done, because this lives in a Love You More Studio Co. Nutty pouch. Love it. So we're going to toss that over there. I'm thinking about things. All right, so for 300 stitches, I have not shown this one in a while, and it was desperate for attention, so I was like, done. That is my Prairie Schooler. This is Christmas Tree Farm, and for those who are brand new or have not seen this since July, which I believe is the last time I worked on this, I'm doing a full color conversion, and I am stitching this on a piece of 18 count Aida from Under the Sea Fabrics. And it is in the colorway Ice Princess, and it was a Stitcher's 8 that I got as a grab bag. And this is what I have done so far. So I am doing a full color conversion because the original pattern, as you can see, has a lot of red and green and brown and cream. I don't roll that way. So I have about 11 different house colors. I made my pickup truck bright red. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have I posted a picture of that. That is in Weeks Dye Works Garnet. And one of the last things I'm going to do is fill in Tree Farm when I am done. So there's still a whole nother full row of houses up here and some snowflakes. And then there is a whole Tree Farm down here and a little bit more down here. There is a full border that goes all the way around. I will not be stitching that. I have decided I am not. So that got 322 stitches. Kind of just didn't stop. That was the theme of this week. Go beyond. And this is in a Funky Tree pouch that I had that fabric in my stash. All right, so for the 400 remaining stitches, I pulled out HL's Moth, and this lives in my Magical Moth pouch. And for those who may be unfamiliar, this is the beautiful pattern by Kathy Barrett. I am doing a bit of a color completion on this. This is a color conversion. I took and found matches to the picture, or to the DMC that was kind of called for. And this is on a piece of 18 count Veteris by Mystic Fabrics. And so I have since completed the berry color and have started to add in some additional colorway. Some of this, there's some lighter pinks in here. I love those pinks. They're so beautiful. That's a limited edition Ship's Manor kind of a berry color. And I love this little pinky color that's kind of down in the bottom wings as well. So I'm a few colors away from completing this. One color is like a lot, so that will kind of get frustrating. But I love this, and it's fun to pull out every now and again, and I love the way that I'm stitching it with the color completing. I think it makes it fun. This is one of possibly 3 of these that I have planned. We'll see how that goes. So that was all my magical stitches. Now, for the remainder of, I'm looking at my spreadsheet over here in my notebook. So there was one thing about being excited about something without knowing more about it. So they kind of gave the hint of like that could be a Sal. And then Sally cooks for Jack and for Dr. Finkelstein. And so you could cook something good or something bad. And so I picked a project to cook for Jack with something good. And then something that is new for me. I don't remember what the reference was on that. So let's start with what was something that I was really excited about that I knew nothing about. And that would be the Emerald City Sow. Because when I started it the very first week and did not know what it would be. This is obviously only after part 4. I keep saying I'm going to get a new picture and it just doesn't happen. This lives in a bag by, ooh, got a wobble going, made by Mama Joan. And this is on a piece of 16 count. Picture this plus in Nessie. And I was supposed to put in 50 stitches. I put in 92. And namely, I put in some additional Yellow Brick Road. And I put in some into this flower motif right here. And so I put in this upper portion of the Yellow Brick Road and this flower motif, which is kind of, the new lighting is blowing that out a bit. But it's a really pretty variegated by, I was looking to see if I find it, by Al Forrest Embroidery. So that's that really pretty blue variegated. So I still love this project. For those of you that don't know, I started this on a 14 count. And then I went, nope, don't like it. and I restarted it. And so that's why even though I started it way back in April or May or whenever it started, I am so significantly far behind. So for something that I decided I was going to cook for Jack, I decided I was going to cook him a pomegranate tart. And so this went along with one of my starts that I started I think it started this Monday. And this is an Al Forrest embroidery pattern called Pomegranate Quaker. And when I purchased this, I purchased it, they had the digital chart on a sale one day, and they posted it on their Instagram, and I went and snapped it up. And then I was placing a floss order for the Emerald City Sal, and so I went ahead and picked up the floss pack for this. And so it has a lot of beautiful, that was a really crummy way to hold this, really beautiful reds and pinks and corals. I am obsessed with this piece, by the way. And it is on a piece of 14 count, which would not make me think it. But when you see how beautiful, this is actually still on the Q-snap because I'm just loving it. I'm wanting to put more stitches in it, and it's just rich and luscious. This is on a piece of Mystic Fabrics. This is a piece of fabric that is a named fabric. And generally speaking, her named fabrics are on her website. And I will post a link to her website below. This is Mother Nature. And this was a fabric of the month back kind of in the springtime. And it's 14. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have this beautiful fabric with this rich red popping on it. Popping. I had poppin' silk yesterday. I got a tag on my head. So just beautiful. This white, I think, is kind of holding it back from really showing how beautiful it is. So this is kind of one large center motif, and then it will build out from here, and I'm just really enjoying this. So yeah, I plan to put some more into that as the month goes on. I will probably end up taking it off my Q-snap if I don't stitch on it tomorrow, just because I need to. All right, so then the last prompt was something that is new to me. And so something that is new to me this month is 40 count. 40 count linen. Well, linen in general, and then 40 count for sure. And I thought, oh, this bonkers. How am I going to ever stitch on this? I'm obsessed. Like, I know I use that word a lot, but like, I am truly in love with stitching on this 40 count. Like, it's incredible. One, it's a beautiful piece of R&R. Gorgeous. So this is the Blue Flower Autumn Drum. This was a kit exclusive to Acorns and Threads. I called them up. I said I would like to purchase. It's an incredibly reasonable kit considering it comes with these beautiful pieces of R&R linen. It also comes with all of the beautiful silks. Look at how awesome these are. And it came with the needle. And I'm going to be sending this one off to be finished professionally. This one lives in a pouch with some cute owl/butterfly Tula fabric. And I have a crease down the middle. Bummer. Okay, I'm going to have to start apparently ironing. I have an acorn and two teeny tiny squirrels. Are those squirrels not the cutest thing ever? Oh, makes my heart so happy. And they kind of look like mirror twins. Mirrored. Because of how this floss variegated differently from this squirrel to the other squirrel. And then how the tail, I just think it's so cute. And this is going to be two little teeny tiny acorns. And this acorn is insanely detailed and variegated considering how tiny it is. I mean, those stitches are so fun to do. So fun. Why did I ever wait? Okay, I think I'm going to roll this because this linen I want to be gentle with. Hold while I roll. I'm watching my time. I am hopeful I don't get cut off. We'll see. If we do, we will finish next week. All right, so then I had some more stitching beyond. I don't know. I don't think I showed this last week, but I did start Needles Dance. I think I might have shown this. I did put in a few more stitches on this. This is on a piece of 16 count Ship's Manor. This was a fabric of the month. My backbone has grown. I haven't put much more in it. This is another one that I would like to get some more in before the month is over. This is a beautiful collaboration. And I have it in a pouch that has the fabric that mine came packaged with. And the collaboration is between Hands On Designs, Ink Circles, and Summer House Stitchworks. And it's beautiful. It's so fun. So that is another one that I need to get some more time in. Okay, so I had a couple of other starts. I had 3 more starts to share that didn't go for any tasks. They were just fun to start. The first is by the incredible Artist Designs, Amanda May at Artist Designs. This is Acorn Assortment. I did this one as a digital download. I'm doing a bit of a conversion to some Victorian mottos. I put in some last weekend, and I plan to get some more. And I started with this insanely awesome Victorian motto in Squash on the Vine. Let me show you. And this is on a piece of 18 Count Mystic in Snert, I believe. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Well, look at that whole color palette. Fantastic. And this is just what I had based off of what the called for gentle arts were. But I'm loving this. This is a super fun stitch as well. So yeah, I think that's how that looks. I had to think about it for a minute. And this is living in an Amazon pouch. This actually might move into something. It might move in when Spring Acorns gets done. This might move into the Nutty pouch. All right, I had another start. Remember, we are in the month of birthday starts. We are up to 14 for sure. 15 if Playing with Jax and the Jax fabric gets here. It's kind of taking the long time to get here. And so that would be another one that would get started. And then if I can get my designs completed and the silks here, I don't think those will count as official starts because I don't even know that I'll show them until they're at completion. This is, let me just get the main pattern. Here we go. This is from By the Chimney with Care, which is the 3 stockings for January from Blackbird Designs. And I am stitching the birthday stocking. And I am doing this all in a color and cotton conversion. And so I started with some of the cake motifs, and this is in a beautiful, this is in Silt. This right here is Silt, and you can see it changes from like this kind of grayish with a touch of purple to even a more purple with just gray in it. And this is on a, I don't know what this is on. So we're in 2 sections on this video, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to do some editing. So I got 37 minutes this time, but what I've come to find out is that when it's recording, I always was like panicking. I was like, oh, my video is gonna be lost. It's not. It saves it onto my iPad. I am a fairly technologically inclined person. Whatever. Okay, I can't just leave that one with that weird ending. So I think this is on, I don't know, I got a piece of paper stuck in a zipper. I think this is where I left off. I think this is on a piece, a mystery piece of Color and Cotton. I think. It could also be a mystery piece. Yeah, I think that's what it is. A mystery piece from Color and Cotton, from a grab bag. And so that's where I am on that. Again, this is still on the Q-Snap because in my hopes and dreams, I will spend some more time on this. This is not a very large design. I think it ends up being somewhere around a 3x5 in the stocking shape. Where this will be kind of cool is to see the finishing on it, how I finish it. I don't know. All right, so then I had to start today. That's why I'm starting a little bit later, and so this was scheduled for today. This is Count Your Blessings by Annie B's Folk Art. I have a bit of a start. I am doing this in a full, and if you go back to my birthday starts video, I go into way more detail on the floss and all the fabrics and everything. This is on a piece of 18 count. This is a Mystic Fabrics. I don't know the colorway. I think it's just one of her fabric games. And I have a small start, about a 50 stitch start on the house in the middle. So, yep. Wait a minute. Just kidding. It goes that way. Yep, that's right. This is the center line, and so I'm working on this half of the house. This is in a color from Color and Cotton called Nights Blue. No, King's Blue. King's Blue. King's Blue Light. And so I've started there. The house is like a checkerboard pattern. It's kind of fun. And I have this on my 8 by 11 Q snap because as you could clearly see, everything else is on all my smaller Q snaps. I've got both my 6 by 8s with something on it currently and my 8 by 8. I pulled on an 8 by 8. Got an 8 by 11. My other 8 by 11 currently has my Haid on it, which I haven't put any stitches on that, and it ain't gonna happen anytime soon. I can't wrap my head around that yet. Plus I got another almost full coverage that's coming, and that's gonna go straight onto that 8 by 11. So yeah, we got all the Q snaps full, folks. I love it. I love it. All right, so I think that's all the whips. So plans. Let me get my planning notebook. I left a paper out. I left 2 papers out. See, this is the problem. When I'm trying to rush, I just need to remember it can be 2 parts. Spliced together. Okay, so in terms of starts this week, this is a start heavy week. Last week was a start heavy week. Let me find my paper. For those who don't know, this is my notebook. This is a Happy Planner. Large, big, I think it's big notebook. And in it I have this awesome note from my daughter. Happy fun day. I love you so much. You're the best. We need to work on that. You're right there. You are the best. Isn't it awesome? And that's her and me. I especially love that we have 3 fingers. That would make stitching hard if I only have 3 fingers. Is that not awesome? So of course, I have a Happy Planner Punch. So for those who don't know, this is a disc bound system. And I bought the Happy Planner Punch, and I specifically use the large because it allows me to fit a standard printer paper in here. So when I print off my things from my computer and all my spreadsheets, I can punch them and put them in here. But so I also keep notes in here. And one of my note pages is a little makeshift calendar that I did of my birthday start. So this week, I have my actual birthday start, which might be changing. You know, I've said for like months that it was going to be Ink Circles Rosetta. That's moving to the end of the month. Something else taking its place. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I also have my tribute piece, my Forget Me Not. I have Noah's Christmas Arc, which is going to be for my mom for Christmas. And then I have Barbara Anna's Strawberry Time, which was from the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. So, that being said, now, there is a possibility that if Playing with Jax gets here, it's going to bump Barbara Anna. Sorry, Barbara Anna. Sorry, Strawberry Time. Because I really want to start that one because Erin 2 Martini Stitcher is still within reach of me, like, not feeling like I'm the only one not finished. Sorry, I got a hair on my hand. That's obnoxious. And hers looks so good. I'm so excited. I even copied her fabric, and it's going to be on linen. So, but I have heard, picture this plus, linen, I have heard, is shrinky. Like it shrinks, and so like a 32 count is really more like a 34, 35 count. Is that right? Or did I hear that first? Anyway, I think I got the 32 count because that's what was on 1, 2, 3 stitch. But I'm waiting on that to come. I'm waiting on the pattern to come. If it makes it here by the end of the week, it will be started instead of Strawberry Time. And then we'll chat again before then, I suppose. So I have those. I also have Miss Cottontail that I need to do part 4. Not part 8, part 4. And then obviously homework will be released for both my stitchy groups. I am still working through my tasks for 24 hours of cross stitches monthly acrostic. I've done about half of them, and what I've been doing is plugged in all of my starts. I've said that I would do at least 120 stitches, and one, that gets me a decent start on the piece, but it also gives me, I know that by the end of the month, those will all get done. And this will be the first time since I think June that I've done them all. Now, it's a matter of, I think I did them all last month and didn't get them posted, and that stinks because that just stinks. So, I need a drink. Let's talk some stash. So I got some fabric stash. I got some silky stash. And I'm very excited about one thing that I somehow managed to snag. I don't know how. And even since then, I snagged another one. I don't know how. Because when you go to Etsy and you buy something, it's like, hurry, only one left. It's in 42 other people's carts. I'm like, there's no way. Okay, PayPal. PayPal. Click submit. And the project bag gods were shining down on me. Oh, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, let me share. I got my Under the Sea Fabrics Fabric of the Month. And this month it was Changing Leaves. And I get the 18 count Ada. How insane is this? I mean, I don't even know what I'm going to put on here. But look at this, folks. Leslie, you're a genius. And you're from Texas, so I love you even more. Us Texans got to stick together. Love it. Love it. I don't know what I'm going to put on this. I don't know. But it's in my favorite count, so I'm happy about that. So then, I was not going to participate in fabric games with Misty this weekend. I wasn't. I didn't even get on until Monday. Because I was like, I'm avoiding. I don't need anything. But then, you know, I had this newfound obsession with all things linen. Well, me participating went out the window. Because I got 1, 2, 3. 3 linens. But I'm really excited about these guys. Okay, so if you have never seen Misty's Fabrics, Mystic Fabrics, LLC, she's on Facebook. I'll link. She's going to be linked below. She has a website where you can go and order custom. You can go, not custom, but you can go and order her named fabrics. And you have to wait a few weeks. But each week she dyes stuff for her Sunday fabric games. That's what we have lovingly dubbed them, because it's kind of like the Hunger Games. She posts a picture and there is one piece of that fabric for that picture. She has different colorways each time. She has in, I think it's June, she does a whole week of Pride fabric, so real bright rainbow colors. Right now she's got some autumnal stuff going on. She did one week that was all grays, which I was like, I need them all. She is great in that she says for the first 2 hours you can only claim 2 pieces. And that's just out of fairness to give everybody a fair shot, because it was to the point where there were people that were like claiming like 10. And, you know, fast fingers. I was able to get on Monday and claim some beautiful pieces. So her quality is amazing. She is, you know, an artisanal dyer. That's what I call her, artisanal dyer. And so, yeah. And I'm going to be sharing something in a minute. Stay tuned. So this is a piece of 32 count linen. This is a 22 by 27 inch piece. And is that not beautiful? It's beautiful. I love this. This is like autumn on a piece of fabric. It's got pinks. It's got rusts. It's got browns. It's got tans. This is gorgeous. I'm excited about this. This is a good corner of fabric right there, and it's soft. Oh, I love it. She uses almost strictly Zweigert. She does use Charles Craft for some of her Adas. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong if she does things. I think it's all Zweigert, so it's really nice fabric. This is a 36 count. I love a good neutral. I have been gravitating more towards neutrals, and so I thought this one was beautiful. The modeling on this is insane. Love this. Love it, love it. And by the by, oh, that's pretty. I just noticed this little patch right here. By the by, I went through my fabric cabinet and cleared out a bunch more. So, now last week I think I shared my fabric of the month, which was Unipoo, and it came in a 14 count, and I'm just like, 14. I'm not loving 14 right now, except for Pomegranate Quaker. And I pretty much have gotten rid of almost all my 14 count, or it's going to be destashed soon, in favor of 16 or 18 count. And I've only kept a few pieces of 14, including that Mother Nature. So I went ahead, and when I happened to see that she had some leftover fabrics of the month in Unipoo, I got a 32 count linen. La, 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 la. And I mean, this is even more beautiful than the Ada. The Ada's gorgeous, but like this, just the modeling is more, I don't know if that makes any sense. The Ada seems more like splotchy. The linen seems more like flowy. It's a thing. So just what I did need to find is another count of fabric to be obsessed with. All the linens. Buy all the linens. Okay. Moving on. Got me some silks. I showed these yesterday, but I'm going to show them for those who don't want to sit through a whole video of silks. I received a fantastic package from Missus Sedas. And I first want to share that these 4 are going to be, these 4 plus maybe this one, are going to be in a new start soon. I have to get her black and her version of ecru. And once I get those, and then I think that's all I need. This is going to be for a new start at some point, maybe next month or December. I don't know yet. And spoiler alert, it's a Kathy Barrick. And I'm really excited about it. I'm doing a complete color conversion from what it's called for. And then in addition to those, I'm like sitting here like, oh, I'm not going to give you creepy eyes. I'm sitting here going, oh, because the minute I open this, just the wafting of the smell. I also just picked up these fun ones. I have an idea for something for these with a new pattern. Stay tuned. Like I said, my head is full of things, and I'm not gonna have. I realized after I watched back my video yesterday, it was very crinkly. So if you don't like crinkly, I apologize. In addition to the solid silks, I went ahead and snagged 3 more of hydrangea. I have a project in mind for this as well. So I've got now 4 hydrangeas. So, which brings me to the culmination of stash. Excuse my floss away back. Oh, good grief. You can't make that up. That's Flosstube gold. So, I don't know what to share of this first. So first, I am going to be starting on my birthday, Hoity Toity. This is going to be exclusively in Missus Sedas Silks. I am going to be stitching. I pulled my fabric today. This is going to be on a gorgeous piece of Picture This Plus 18 count in Legacy. And let me really quickly gather my flosses so you might see just how poppage these are. How popping. It just pops on this fabric. I mean, I pulled out a gray, but I really loved how it looked on this. And of course, I've got so many that like my hands won't hold them. I think I have tiny hands. I think I have too small of hands for this. Okay, so we're going to attempt this, folks. So, like, do I do with my hands? Let's look at that. Okay, wait, I gotta get some other colors in here because we got this color. Bam! This color. Bam! That orange. Oh, it's insane. Boom! I like my sound effects. Bazinga. Look at that. Look at that. So, this is where the other fun stashiness comes in. This is living in my very first ever Diddly Daddle Designs bag. Is that not perfect? I saw this and I was like, must have it. There was one left. It was in 42 people's carts, and I snatched it from the heavens. The Etsy heavens, from the Diddly Daddle heavens. So this has replaced Ink Circles Rosetta as my official birthday start. They're all birthday starts, but this is my official October 13th start. Hoity Toity. I'm living in a Diddly Daddle bag. And I have subsequently come up with a phenomenal hashtag. You ready for it? Buddy, ready? Hashtag, and it will be in below, hashtag Hoity Toity Silky Sow. I like it. Do we like it? I like it. So we got Hoity Toity Silky Sow in the Diddly Daddle bag. I love it. I love it, guys. So I kind of managed to today when I got my, and I didn't even put in my coupon code that she gave me with my order because I was like, I need to snatch another one. And I got one today, and I don't know what's going to go in it, but it's a pretty cool one too. So, you know what? I think I have rambled on enough. I think I have shared enough. I am very excited about hashtag Joy-Filled Birthday Sal. I am also exceptionally happy and excited to start hashtag Hoity Toity Silky Sal. So if you want to join me for either one of those, come on. Let's go. Let's do it. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic week ahead. I really hope that you are enjoying fall. You're having a great week. If you're not, you know what? I'm going to pray for good vibes for all of you. And with that, I wish you happy stitching. And don't forget, celebrate this gal right here's 39th birthday come Sunday. And with that, I'm going to let you go until next week. I thought I was going to say something else, and I'm not. So with that, bye, guys. So I'm back with clip 3. I've dismantled my lighting already. I am holding my tripod. In fact, let me see if I can make this work. Because I've already taken down all my filming setup. I'd even dismantled my tripod. Like, not dismantled, but like taken my tripod down. And I forgot a very important part of this video. Do you know what I want to forget? What I want? Do you want to know what I forgot? I'm doing a giveaway for 300 subscribers. I'm actually over 300 now, and so I have a bit of a giveaway. It's not a huge amount of a giveaway, but it's a little bit of a giveaway. So if you're interested in this giveaway, a couple of parameters here. Please be 18 years of age so that I can legally have your address. Please do not comment giveaway. I am going to ask that you comment with something that brings you joy. It could be a one-word answer. It could be tacos. It could be kids laughing. It could be stitching. Whatever it is that brings you joy, yeah, comment it. And this is what you have an opportunity to win. This is going to be open for 2 weeks. So I will do a drawing for this. I will try to do it live on my video. Not next Friday the 18th, but the following Friday. So that would be like the 25th. So in Flosstube number 24. I will briefly make mention of it in next week's video, but you will have to be commenting on this video. And I would like for you, so that I have something to search, make sure you have joy in there somehow. So thing that brings me joy, just so I know that you're interested. Because if you're not interested in this, no worries. Comment whatever you want to comment. So, included in this giveaway will be a pouch by Joy-Filled Stitcher. That's me. This is a pouch I created. In fact, I need to finish taking all my items out of it. This is one that has housed my, I Know the Plans I Have for You, my Jeremiah 2911. This will be coming to you. along with a copy, a printed copy, or if you prefer a digital copy, I can email it to you, of my chart for, I know the plans I have for you. This one. So chart, pouch, mine lovingly lived in. Sorry for the craziness. You will be getting enough of Miss Sedas popcorn, so a whole skein, to stitch the entire design. If you go any smaller than a 14 count, you will not have enough. I stitched mine on a 14 count, and I do still have a time, you know, probably 2 lengths worth left. So you will be getting popcorn. And then not necessarily to stitch this on, but because I acquired my own Uni-Poo, I'm going to be gifting this gorgeous piece of Mystic Fabrics Uni-Poo. This is a 14 count Aida. This is a 18 by 30 inch piece. So this is a significant piece. I can't even fit it all in the picture. And this was my fabric of the month, and I have since acquired it in linen. And while I would love to have this in an Aida, it was all sold out. But you know what? My loss is your gain. I have a beautiful piece that I will be able to stitch something on. And so you will be inclined to get this. Again, something that brings you joy, or just even the word joy, I will be fine with. So again, you will be getting my pouch, Uni-Poo, popcorn, and either a paper or PDF copy of my pattern. So with that, I'm going to say happy stitching. Bye, friends.